New content today. Let's see how much of it there is. Let's explore it. We've already sort of built our Pyromancer class. We're going to be using our Pyromancer class to explore it. So let's get into it. Uncover more about the ancient evil force moving in the darkness. As you chase down the mysterious planeswalker you've encountered across the multiverse. Alright. The ancient and forgotten force that has moved silently in the darkness stirring. The mysterious planeswalker that you've chased through the various planes have been tracked to Benalia, and Ral Zarek requires your aid in confronting her to finally get some answers. The fourth act of the Magic Legends narrative is now live. You must once again rise to the challenge and defend the multiverse. The series of missions will reunite you with old allies across several planes and in the multiverse, culminating in a fight which sets a larger, nefarious plan into motion. Upon completing the entirety of Act 4, Chasing Answers, you will unlock Shadow Elysium, a black-green rare sorcery spell which creates a hazard at a target location, dealing damage to enemies inside of it, and applying greater resistance and hexproof for 5 seconds when you or your allies step into it for the first time. And then we'll talk about this. This is the event. We'll talk about that later. Yeah. The hazard. So we just built the deck. This is what the deck looks like that we're going to be using. And someone in my chat just said that the hazards might be a good thing to look at as well. But we will definitely try that at a later time. Right now we're doing the damage over time build. Max Pyromancer. Alright. So let us do this quest. So I do like that there's a quest here. There's a little quest marker. So we're going to follow that and see where it takes us. Right, over here to Ral Zarek. Learn anything new. Great timing. Joda and I have learned the artifact's thief's identity. So you want to know the good news or the bad news? The good news, I guess. Good news. We got the basics. Vash Vroga, born in Urborg, serious grudge against the Cabal. Oh yeah, did I mention she steals artifacts? Rude. And the bad news? The bad news is Joda wants us to track her down, and the mantle she's wearing caught his eye, and he suspects the artifacts thieves are tied to it somehow. Where do we start? I'll travel to Benalia to look for Vash. You should talk with Ga. What's her name again? Danatha? That's right. She's dealing with the Cabal, so she might know more. I will speak to Danatha. Alright, so to Benalia. Sad face. Good thing I know exactly where she is, but otherwise you would leave me to Benalia. I'd have to teleport in and then teleport to another place. So she's right here. Oh, let's make sure we're on hard, because otherwise that would be bananas. Do you know the woman named Vash? Vash, are you referring to the orphan of Urborg? I've never met her myself, but she's a legend among my soldiers. The orphan of Urborg? Yes, as I understand it, that's what the Cabal calls her, the orphan of Urborg. Why do you ask? Are you looking for her? I need to speak with her, yes. I can't speak to where she is now, but my soldiers last spotted her terrorizing the Cabal out in the Benalish frontier. Here, I'll mark the location for you. Thanks. It's the least I could do. When you find Vash, please send her my regards. As far as I'm concerned, an enemy of the Cabal is an ally of the Benalish people. So, it seems like she may not be the enemy. Interesting. Alright, let's see where the marker is. Right over here, right underneath another marker. Awkward. Alright. And this is it. This is our first experience with the Pyromancer too. Alright. Talk to Zalzeric. She just planeswalked away a second ago. You should have seen it. The Cabal didn't even stand a chance. It was almost like she fed on their life force to the mantle. Where did she go? No idea. Let's follow her and find out. Let's go. Pursue Vash. That's a quest. Okay. Let's go. Ooh, that's some really cool splash art. Chasing answers. So this is like a relic? This is like a reliquary site or something? Vosh fled back to the scene of the crime, eh? Interesting choice. If we want to get some answers, we better come up with a plan. What kind of plan? She ran away from us last time, so I imagine she'll do that again. She did lead us back here, though, so maybe... Yes, I've got it. Just follow my lead. Okay. Oh, so this is back to where we started the game. I see. The symbols made... Wait. Is there a voiceover that we could have on? There is. No, well, didn't work. If Joda's nervous, though, we should be as well. Yeah, that seems something that we should be nervous about. Enough drama. Just tell us what you're doing with the artifacts. Keep pushing me and I'll show you. Okay. Oh. The double guns. I called it. The chase is on, my friend. I will say that this is a very convenient plot device, right? Like, we weren't able to ever chase and planeswalk and all that stuff before. So it's interesting that we can now. It's very much like, oh, you can use the Force to find people when it's convenient. Pebblitz just pointed out in the chat that that was a Rot Warden, not a Green Warden, which I think is really cool. So yeah, it does seem like this this Planeswalker is green and black, some sort of Golgari. And I can't remember if that's what I said she was or not. I'll have to go check the VODs. But I did think she seemed Golgari, I thought. But I could have been wrong. Do you remember, Pebblitz? This quest seems slow, but it might be just because I'm only just one person. Yeah, I'll have to double check. I'll just look at my lore video that I have. I'm sure I said it in there at one point. Oh yeah, these ones are, yeah, a little bit different too. It's cool. Are we just chasing her to each plane now? Is that what's happening? Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, did you check out my video, Peblets? I just want to make sure I was right. You know what I mean? This is like a lot of waiting. I mean, I like the idea of like thematically going back to each of the zones. And doing, like, this seems like one of the, like, you know, this is a sibling rivalry quest from that zone. Well, that did a lot of damage. But like, don't make me open up a bunch of gates and doors and stuff. Oh god. Oh yeah, we definitely talked about it on stream, for sure. We definitely talked about what class, what guild she represented, what colors we have. We dissected the Vorthos of this game quite heavily on this stream. I love talking about the Vorthos stuff. Which is just another, this is just the magic term for story. Visual bug. I have to chase her again? Am I really going to go to each zone? Yeah, that was a real ugly beam right there. Wait, did I just one-shot her? Alright, let's see this.
Is complete.
Whoa. It was like something possessing her? Okay, I'll get Vosh to the Sanctum. Whatever next steps, we'll have to figure out the next steps. Okay? Awesome. Lots of rewards. I need to look at that mask again. I wonder who that was. It, like, very much reminded me of like Volrath. Like it sort of, you know, it was like a very Volrath looking thing. Is the game gonna crash? Okay, good. Alright, so he said he was going back to the Sanctum, so I need to meet with Ral at the Sanctum. Okay. Nope. How is Vesh? It's hard to tell. She keeps babbling about nonsensical things like beaches and bat gods. What is a bat god? Is there a bat god in Magic the Gathering? Volrath, maybe? Joda believes the mantle contained the soul of a planeswalker named Lashrak. Oh! Lashrak! So I'm guessing who Lashrak. Okay, that name is definitely familiar for me, but I need to... It's old, so I need to look it up. Yeah, he's from Ice Age. It was an invasion block. This is ancient stuff. Like, yeah, him and Joda were definitely involved with Elder Planeswalkers and dragons and stuff. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting the decision to go this far back. Tying in Urborg. Okay. That is strange. Her mind is such a mess that Joda can't access it. I guess the mantle really did a number on her, huh? What should we do now? Joda requested I keep an eye on Vash for now, so I'm here a bit longer. As soon as her new guide gets here, though, I'll be getting back to my research on Ravnica. Let's go to Ravnica! Research during all this. Yep, duty calls. Bummer. Yeah, duty of being Nicol Bolas's slave. You made this work most fun. The multiverse does have a strange way of bringing people together, though. I'm sure we'll be in touch. Okay, is that it? Is that all the story that we got? Is that all the new content? Okay. In summary, let's talk about the new content. There was one new story quest. I think that it tried to give us the feeling of chasing this planeswalker that we've been chasing throughout the whole game. However, I think that the story of the quest was done a disservice by the, like, 12 load screens that I had to go through. So any sort of sense of urgency that I had was, like, taken away from me just because, like, I had to load into, you know, 10 different realms. I had to wait for all these gates to open. It's unfortunate because we got some pretty cool reveals, like them mentioning the name Lashrak. That face that, you know, my initial guess is Volrath. I'll have to freeze frame it on something and then go in there. Actually, you know what? It might actually just be Lashrak because it had that sort of red image on it. So it might just be him again. So yeah, that's cool. I like the direction that the story is sort of heading. But I'm wondering why we're going back in time rather than forward in time, because Leshreck is very much a like pre-mending planeswalker, so it's definitely interesting. But if we want like a big bad guy, pre-mending planeswalkers are very powerful and can do that. I also want to add that another thing too to this review is that I think a lot of people are going to be in my situation, right, where they're pretty powerful at this point, but they're playing an underleveled Pyromancer class to do this adventure. So I kind of like one-shot it, and it felt a little weird. I'm sure when you go through the story, like as one fluid sort of thing, it'll be fine. But just in this initial reaction, it's sort of like I sort of one-shot everything, and it's because of the way that the classes level up, and there's some sort of weird scaling there. But yeah, other than that, I think it was cool. I'm anxious to see where the story is going, but just be careful about load times and missions. Do we really need all that? I don't know. All right, cool. Bye.